be doing, chat, is making a tier list for the Dungeon Fighter Duel roster. We're going to be making a Dungeon Fighter Duel roster. Oh wait, no. What we're going to be doing is creating a DNF Duel tier list based on like the base roster for the game, right? Because like the game came out at like what? Something around like the end of like June. Finishing up my DNF Duel review, which will be up like later. I kind of want to do something interesting, which is I want to like grade the roster of DNF of like thinking where should they belong, right? Who's good and who's bad, right? Who's good and who's bad in DNF Duel, and you know, we're just gonna have like a fun time, right? So let's see, let's get started, right? Let's get started. Oh boy, Berserker. We're starting off very like normalized strong. Normalized strong. We're gonna go with our first boy, and Berserker does what Berserker does. He is a wild card, does very good mid-range pokes and checks, and is there to like steal your life / steal your health. He is a very, like, I don't want to call him, like, an Unga Bunga character. That's gonna be someone, like, later. Berserker's, like, a close second, right? Like, I like his, like, game plan. I like he has, like, a buff MP skill that gives him extra stuff to do. Yeah, he's got a good awakening. He's got, like, life leech. So, that's pretty badass. He has a good DP. Yeah, he has a good DP. He has a good fireball forward. I don't see a lot of dudes using his like command grab though. Like he has like a command grab like type of like special that he performs. But it's not shown off a lot. Just the funniest thing. So let's leave Berserker around like A. Because he's a very saucy character. But yeah, just something about it just feels like plain. Like he's like a good starter character. He's not essentially like a Ryu, but he do what he do, and like that's about it. Oh boy, we were just talking about Unga Bunga. Let's go with like Berserker. Let's go with Berserker. Hell no, Crusader. Big Jesus man with a goddamn hammer. I don't know whose idea it was to give like the man of God with a hammer, but it essentially fits well with the bonk you element of Crusader. He just like like he is a big heavy man. He is the tank of DNF. He's not like, and when we usually have like a big like beefy character, it's usually more associated with like grapplers. Crusader is not really a grappler. He is just a guy that like hits you hard, has a lot of like projectiles, and has some of the most funniest like combos I could ever like see. This man, like, he has a special where he wraps himself up with like Jesus's red bubble, and if he like hits you with like his medium attacks, a jolt of lightning comes like striking down, and he just like like he just depletes your health bar. And of course, like also with the red bubble, he gets like a big like overhead hammer swing that's fast and unreactable, and then he gets like an air special that summons like the disco lights. But he is a menace, right? He is a very good character. And he also his infamous like wall, right? He summons like the Jesus wall, so it's like a really good Aganos from Killer Instinct. It's fast, it's unreactable as well. Like it comes out like frame 1. It's a good like combo extender. He's plus on block if he like does it on an opponent. And yeah, there's just like so many like Crusader players just right? Like he's a very like degenerate type of like character. So I'm gonna have to put him in S, right, as of right now. Right? Like, of course there will be a balance patch, obviously, that comes with like every fighting game that will like change. But Crusader is just too good right now. He's a man that will hit you very hard and like get away with like God's will. Now, ooh, okay, Le Dragonite or Dragon Waifu, right? She is a strong character, right? She is one of those characters that rapid fire low, and rapid fire low, you can like mash like light kick to like holy metric ton. A few other characters have it, like Kunoichi and Striker. Dragonite's a very like, oh, Dragonite. Thinking like Dragonite. Dragonite is a very like tricky character. Like most of her like game plan is like stick to the air and like summon the dragon, her little like tiny dragon, create like plus on block, and then just like go crazy, you know? Which is cool, right? She's a very like fast, like engaging like character. She essentially like dominates like the air game, and she has a good DP. Her command grab is ridiculous, right? Where she like summons like her dragon gauntlet and then like pops you up. Yeah, she's a solid character. But where would I like place her for now? Right? I don't know if she has like the biggest like damage, right? No, but she is like a surprising character, right? Like there are like stuff that I don't know a lot about Dragonite in the game, but I've seen like tournament players or like pro players try this character out, and oh my god, you would not believe like the conversions that you can do with this character and her little dragon friend. It's insane. Like the amount of bullshit that you do with Dragonite is godlike. So I'm gonna say put her in A as well. She's a very like ideal, straightforward character. Like you could definitely get her character archetype in like 1, 2, 3, you know? But she has some of the most swaggiest combos when you do it in conjunction with her like her dragon, and like once you figure her out, I'm like, oh, you're like, oh man. Oh baby girl, tell me more. Next is this creature. See, I've not seen like a lot of Enchantress play, but she is a puppet character. She summons her big like teddy bear Tibbers that just like whack fools and just like does crazy shit. She does have like, I see her little whip shit, like she does like an empty skill like drain move. That's like a fireball, but I don't see her a lot. She has like good buttons, but nothing like too crazy. She has like loops where you can like uppercut motherfuckers with like her teddy bear, like ooh, oh yeah, you know, like that's pretty cool. But it's like I'm not an Enchantress main, so I can't like say, I can't like vouch. If somebody's an Enchantress main, let me know. Like, I'm curious to see what like crazy shenanigans that you can do with this character. Then my sweet baby boy. Oh, that's my main. Yeah, this Ghostblade is my main. This is my tier list, so this is my main. This is my channel. This is my shit. Ghostblade is my guy. Yeah, Ghostblade is just pretty good. He just like, he is the mid-check person, right? He just like, if you're within like Ghostblade's like range, you are fucked. right? Like, I have faced, like, I Am Remy, and he's a godlike fucking Ghostblade, you know, from what I can tell, obviously. But from what I can tell, right? Well, not from what I can tell, let me rephrase that. He's a really good Ghostblade. I mean, of course, there are, like, other Ghostblades, like Kizzy K, he's a Ghostblade main in DNF. But, I've not seen his streams or, like, how he plays as Ghostblade, so I can't, like, say. But man, Remy's, like, Ghostblade, oh my god. It's certainly swaggerific. You could essentially just, like, keep going. Like, you technically have, like, an assist character in a 1v1 anime fighter, and that's insane. You could just, like, cancel out anything with, like, a Ghostblade, and although he doesn't have a teleport, that's, like, the really odd thing about Ghostblade, if I can, say, like, a bad negative thing about him. He doesn't have a reversal, he doesn't have a DP, he doesn't have something that's just like, ooh, you know? He has a, like, a guard break, but that's a universal guard break, that doesn't amount to anything. But yeah, Ghostblade, he has a teleport, he has specials that summon out the ghost, and he could keep on attacking because you could just call the ghost and just go for, like, high-low mix. Like, you're essentially playing like an MKX character with all the 50-50s. And I'm still disappointed about that DP, and his DP is tied to a teleport. His teleport is really good, because if you launch Ghost and then do teleport, he could technically, like, switch sides, or, like, switch sides and become, like, an overhead shit. Like, you cannot tell what he's about to do, sort of thing. But I'll say I'll give Ghostblade A, right? Final thoughts, right? Ghostblade is an A because, like, you know, I want him to be better, I want him to be good, I want him to have, like, a reversal and not tied to a universal mechanic. But yeah, I just want things more out of him, you know? Now, next is this boy, Grappler. Woo! Woo, Grappler. If we're making, like, a D-Gen, like, type of, like, tier list, like, which characters are degenerate, like, they're just, like, slime ball, sleazebag, like, they can get away with shit. Oh, Grappler's, like, number one, right? It's the same. It's a similar thing to, like, Ghostblade. If you're, like, in Grappler's, like, zone, and that's the close range field, of course, obviously, his name suggested as Grappler. Oh boy, time to guess. And if you're playing against a really good Grappler, oh boy, you're guessing a lot. Half of his moves are, like, command throws or command grabs, right? He has a neutral skill that can, like, dash forward, that can, like, launch you up. He has, like, regular throw, he has, like, charge down moves that you can't tell if, like, if they're a punish or not. He has, like, that double palm shit that does like this, and that it's plus on block. You just essentially play, like, RTS with Grappler, or, like, 6-dimensional rock, paper, scissors with Grappler. But he does have his weaknesses, right? Like, outside of his range, he sucks ass, right? He has a shoulder charge that's, like, one hit of armor, like, invincible, but that only soaks up one hit, and you could stuff it with, like, lows. You could stuff it with lows, and it would not essentially be a problem to get over Grappler. But I think, like, with some of the others, I will say Grappler is an A. Yeah, Grappler is just, like, pretty good right now. Yeah, like, he's, like, the underdog. He is the Baki. He is the Kengan Ashura of DNF Duel. Like, once you get in, oh, next is my, like, main in the beta, but not really main in the main game, right? Which is Hitman. This is the character that I played a lot in the beta because just by character design wise, he is pretty freaking OP. There you go. He is that dude, right? He is the guy. He has a sword, he has an Uzi, he has like everything, right? He has moves that are like plus on block, and you can't tell like if he's like done or not, you know? That's just like how he is. And he has like the biggest like comeback bitch mechanic there is. Awakening gives him like an extra like MP skill. If the opponent is on the ground, it's a crumple. And you could like do ground bounce like overhead slash, DP into like shattering strike, OTG overhead slam, Tatsu special with Hitman, then shattering strike, OTG again, then do like his spinning sword shit, and then shattering strike, OTG, and then super. Like, holy shit, man. You could just literally get away with robbery with Hitman. He is my favorite character, but he's also degenerate when it comes to Awakening. Like, holy shit, man. This guy is freaking bonkers. So, let's say we'll give him an S rank, right? Because he is super good in the game right now. He is just that good. He's got moves that makes him like plus. He's got things that make him super crazy with like gun shit. He's just an overall like cheap character. Cheap character. I played him, but he's still cheap. I can still say he's just a cheap character. Now, Inquisitor, right? I gotta say, I haven't played a lot of Inquisitor, right? Like, she's just this, like, big, beefy character that swings around her axe in the name of God, similarly to Crusader, whereas Crusader's a hammer. Yeah, but she just, like, swings her axe. She does... Yeah, she does like the abusive move, which is like the pinwheel move. That's like causes so many hits on block. She does have. What else does she have? Oh, she has like the oil bomb that can like splash onto dudes and creates like a fire explosive, right? But I don't know, right? Like, I feel like she would be either B or C. Let me switch these around. Let's make Enchantress C and let's put Inquisitor B, right? Like, cause I did try out Inquisitor a little bit, right? When I was like taking breaks from like online to like recuperate myself from the itchy phase. Her trials are like pretty nasty. Or like once you discover her, like what she does, she can be pretty sick. Like, she essentially does like command dash loops, right? And she does like OTG loops with the pinwheel. It is really crazy. Other than that, she's essentially like a straightforward girl. She just swings her axe, throws an oil bomb, does all this shit. Launcher, step on me, mommy. She is a tall woman. And she likes to like zone you out. Yeah. But I will say though, Launcher, she is like one of those characters where I love seeing her play, even though she is a zoner. Right? And I always say, there you go. I always say that zoners, or the essential like zoning, isn't as bad as what people like make them out to be, or like isn't as harmful to the community as it is, right? Because essentially it is an option. You are like forcing a player to be on the defensive with long range tactics, right? You just continue like spamming fireballs until they make their way, until they figure out like, oh, how I can get over this. And if they can't get over this, they just have to like take this L, right? And the bad press about zoning is that it's just the same repeated move over and over and over again. Like, that's like one of the like main things that one of the main things that Injustice got so much like flack for is that online warriors like Deathstroke or Deathshot would just like spam like it's like handgun, ching 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 ching, like all day long, and you win the match. But zoning is an option. Zoning is a thing in fighting games. You just have to like overcome it. So when I got to like play Launcher, and when I got to see like how Launcher like works, I was like curious at the beginning. It was like, how can I make Launcher like so combo centric in DNF Duel? And I tried her out in the trials, and I'm like, oh, yo, damn, like, wait, Launcher can do this and do that? You can do, wait, what? What? Wow, okay, I like this character now. I like this character now. As much as I hate like playing against her because she like technically locks you out and has so much like moves that come out faster than you do. Like degenerate, right? But she is good, right? She does have moves that like don't make a lot of sense, right? In terms of like frame data, it's good. I like her. I like this like chick. You know, seeing her play and seeing her doing like rifle combos into like grenade launcher combos and all that jazz. Oh my god, I love seeing this girl play. She has like grenade setups and everything too. So I think I'll give her like a. I think I'll give her an A. Lost Warrior, right? Dope ass man, but has a belly button. I hate that. However, he does have an interesting gimmick that makes him unique to the rest of the cast, in that he does have time powers, like space-time powers. So he has a special, unique ability that if you land any of his MP skills, right, 4 times, and then after the 5th time, if you land the MP skill like in a 5th time, then he essentially like stops time for the opponent, and you could just essentially like do Zaslamel from Soul Calibur 6, like just combo him like a totally metric ton. And yeah, Lost Warrior is pretty good. He has good buttons. Oh, he has a counter. I forgot. He has a counter. He has an air move. Yeah, he does have an air. He does have an air special move, like a command grab. He has like kind of like a mid-screen like poke / mid-screen check. But he's a very solid character, right? He's a very solid character. As far as his like design and like what super goes, I'm like, bruh, you can be so much better than just like this poopy ass guy with a belly button, bro. I'm still so fucking livid about the belly button. But he's a good character. He's a good character, right? As far as like placement goes, I will place him as a B, because yeah, it's similar to like Inquisitor of what Inquisitor does, right? Lost Warrior does what Lost Warrior does. You know, that's simple, straightforward, right? That's what he do. That's what he do and what he does. Nothing about him is like super grandiose or special. Ranger. Ooh. Oh boy, that's an online warrior of online warrior if I ever heard one, right? The dopest motherfucker that is literally the incarnate of Aaron Black gunslinger variation from MKX, right? He is super goddamn good. He has like long range pokes, he has like good conversions from full screen or even mid screen. He likes to like taunt at you from full screen. We talked about like degenerate characters, right? Like Crusader and Hitman are very like degenerate characters. Ranger is another degenerate character, right? He doesn't have a lot of like flash in terms of like combo potential. His moves are innately stylish as fuck, but he doesn't do a lot with them, like, which is kind of like a disappointing thing, right? I was hoping for like more flavoristic like moves for Ranger, but he doesn't have that, and that's sad. And whenever you face like a Ranger person, like he either like zones you out, throws you out, goes for a grenade block, which is like a air normals. I think it was like air S, yeah, air S. And yeah, he just does Ranger what Ranger does. He's like similar veins to like Inquisitor and Lost Warrior, but he is an S rank because like the degeneracy is like carrying himself so propelling forward, right? Like I said, he is like the very definition of an online warrior, right? Like you feel good when you slay down an online warrior, right? If they like rage quit, then like, oh, okay, all right, I guess that solidifies your status. But yeah, like Ranger is pretty cool. He's a very stylish as fuck character, but goddamn is he degenerate as fuck, you know? Now let's go for, okay, Kunoichi, right? The ninja with a lot of pizzazz and teleports, right? So ninja I was originally against with because like in the beta she was very oppressive. Like she summons toads. Kunoichi, right? She has a lot of moves. She has a lot of like hits on block. Like she summons a toad. She has a teleport. She has a very good DP. Like K for cool. If only that were possible. She's got a lot of tools that really help her out in battle. She has kunais that can zone you out or like chip you out. She's she's like the Chip Xanoff of DNF Duel, which is very funny. Both are ninjas, both are shuriken based, both are very like speedy characters. Well, one is essentially more speedy than one character is more speedy than Kunoichi, and we'll get to him. But Kunoichi does what Kunoichi does, right? She can do levels of like degeneracy, like just go for like block strings with 2-hit slashers with her kunais. I see like a few Kunoichis in play, and man, like I think I saw like Ipes playing a little bit of like Kunoichi and doing like, she has like a skill where if you land any of her like fire ninjutsu skills, she places like a fire talisman like curse on you, and it detonates over time. So let's say like she lands like the flamethrower at you, and it creates like that little insignia on like the bottom of your character icon. That will explode after like, what was it, like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and it creates more like juggle opportunities. But yeah, she's really fun. She's really cool. I like her. I used to like hate her because of how oppressive she was, but then she does have like flaws, you know, like you could definitely like read her out and like punish her out and stuff like that. So I'll say I'll give her an A. Yeah, right? Like final verdict for Kunoichi, she is like an A-class like character. Yeah, got a lot of like juggles, got a lot of like potential. She does a little bit more than like what the B characters or the C character does. But yeah, like Kunoichi's like got a lot of like hidden potential, and she's definitely fucking crazy, like a lot of like these other characters in the A list. And speaking of female characters, let's go on the train with fucking Striker. Holy crap. Whoa, mama. Yeah, like she's definitely like a solid character, right? She's like in the realms of like Grappler, right? Like in her preferred range is in the close field, like just 1-to-1 with the opponent. And once she like gets in, and once her like innate reverse speed kicks in, oh boy, you're just gonna be on guard for like you don't know how long. You don't know if any move is safe. You can technically get her out of your space by doing like conversion skill and like timing your specials or moves to like get her out, right? Get her the fuck out. Give her like the stop signal. She is good, right? She is degenerate when she like checks in, when she like closes the gap, but she's a very fun character, right? Just because of like reverse speed, just because of like kung fu skills, she has a lot of moves that make her really unique to her like playstyle. So I'ma say an A as well, right? Yeah, everybody like, how many A's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters in DNF Duel are like categorized as A's. Wow. Swiftmaster, easy. S. I'm not even gonna like explain anymore. I could now, bro. He's a fast little midget. He's a fast little like short character that uses the power of the wind. Right? He's got the fastest like run speed than Kunoichi's. He's got a really like oppressive medium attack that just like hoya, hoya, like that. He has wind orbs. He has like a unique wind projectile that like sucks you in, and he does like multiple like uppercuts. There's another name for Swiftmaster from what I've heard from the DNF community, and that is Sweatmaster, right? Like if you face like a Swiftmaster, then you're definitely calling this bitch ass motherfucker a Sweatmaster. This guy just loves to oppress you with like his windy bullshit and just get away with it. If you drop, he's like one of those characters, like if you go in on Swiftmaster, go in and go for the kill. Do not leave like a drop of health on this son of a bitch. Like he will just like get away with murder and just have a geeky ass smile about it. But Sweatmaster, definitely S rank. That's definitely just the purest definition of degenerate, I swear to God. And then there's Troubleshooter, right? This is definitely the Max, the Maximilian _ dude, right? He named his character since day one. He has made a custom mod for Troubleshooter that's available on Nexus Mods, and you can play that mod whenever you damn well want. He is a big beefy boy with projectiles. He has a explosive net trap. He has a shotgun that goes full range, an explosive sword that goes for crazy combos, and he could drink booze to give him auto conversion skill. Like, what the fuck is up with this character, G? Like, what the fuck is up with this character, man? Holy shit, man. He can be degenerate at times, but at the same time, he can pull the most swaggiest of fuck combos you have ever seen. Breakdown! Breakdown! Drink! Grenade! Breakdown! Like, and then summon like the net trap. This guy's like, that character, like, even though he's like degenerate, I want to main him. But I don't have the time to play him, so I'll like give him an S right now. I'll give him an S. He is like the character that's just like strutting around, and he has an awakening boost mode that if he's like 30% and if he lands any of his like MP skills, oh boy, that's big damage. Oh boy, that's big damage. You better say goodbye to your life. And he is one of the characters that will literally TOD you. If he has like 30% health, if he has 200 MP, there goes your life. There goes your life. And with his like canteen cup, oh man, you can't do anything about it. And lastly, the last character of Vanguard, right? I would finalize Vanguard as like the B rank. Yeah, Vanguard's cool. He does like spear shit, but it is Vanguard, and he does what he does, so nothing too flashy or anything like unique about Vanguard. He has like chain skill with his like specials, and he does like an awakening status that gives you enhanced chip damage and potentially guard break, faster guard break. But Vanguard does what he does. He doesn't do anything like crazy or awesome. That's just like how he is. So final verdict, like Vanguard would be just like a beat. He would just be a beat. This is my DNF Duel tier list, right? 5 characters that are S, 5 characters A, 7 characters that are A, B, 3 characters that are B, and 1 C. Wow, all odd numbers. Wow. Altogether, that makes 16. Yeah, 16. Yep, and that's the roster of DNF Duel. And again, this roster will change, right? There will be a balance patch coming for DNF Duel in like late August. So be sure to watch out for those, because a lot of these characters right now that are like doing good or like doing okay, they might change to either like stay neutral, do bad, or do better than their previous version, right?